Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Mike here from Sports Talk with the Fam. I just want to get my take on a couple of things, mainly the Francis Ngannou versus Tyson Fury fight yesterday. Now, as you guys know, I'm a huge MMA fan, so I was rooting for Francis Ngannou to win this fight because you know how I felt about Tyson Fury. I don't dislike the guy. I don't think he's not a talented fighter. I just don't like all the other accusations and cheating that he has been doing throughout his career. Being so gifted and talented, I feel like he don't have to do that with the gloves, the eating of the tainted, meatballs, all these little things like that. Especially when he fought my boy Deontay Wilder, I felt that he got they robbed Deontay Wilder in a couple of fights when Tyson pretty much got dropped and lost those fights. However, I was going in there knowing that Francis Ngannou was going to give him a run for his money. And I actually put a little $5 bet on FanDuel that was given to me by them in the hopes that Francis will win. I didn't say knockout because I know it's going to be kind of hard to knock out, Tyson Fury. He is very elusive and stuff like that. But I just put for the win. But once I knew it was going to the judges' scorecard, I kind of had a idea that they were going to say that, Tyson won the fight. It's too much on the line. In regards to him fighting Usyk for the unification of the belts, all that other stuff like that. So I already knew that the politics is going to take place, and Francis was not going to get a fair shake at this. That's the one and main reason why I stopped watching boxing as a kid or like early teenage years because I used to love watching boxing. All the boxers like Mike Tyson, Roy Jones, Lennox Lewis, Mayweather, James Toney, all of them big cats like that. Watching their fights, Pacquiao, all that. But then when it started getting to the politics and there's the corruption in the sport, I stopped really liking it because you can clearly see with your own eyes, right? Especially if you train and you understand like the nuances of the game. That if somebody is losing, they're losing. You know what I'm saying? But for them to say like, this person won because of the money and the backing and money lines and stuff like that with gambling, don't get me started with that. It took away from it. Where I felt with the UFC and MMA, it was more like, they do have some bad calls and some judges, some say some suspect things, but for the most part, you can clearly see it's kind of like at least more true, if you will, with the result, barring any suspicious thing. However, like watching Ngannou, he looked good, looked real good. Technically, he the lineal champ. You know what I'm saying? He should be fighting Usyk for the belts. You know what I'm saying? Because Tyson Fury couldn't do all that other funny business he was doing to him, to other people to him. First of all, he tried to lay his weight on him and his body on him. That's not going to work on him. Why? Because Ngannou was a heavyweight in the UFC. He was practicing wrestling, grappling, coming off the ground, people putting their body and weight on him anyway. So it's not even that. Ngannou was super strong. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to Deontay Wilder, but Deontay Wilder is 6'7", 6'8", but very skinny. Francis Ngannou was like 260 something. You know what I'm saying? Jacked. You know what I mean? So it's not going to be the same like that. Even though he's 6'4" and he's shorter, much shorter than he in comparison to Tyson Fury than Deontay Wilder is, but Ngannou is strong, if not stronger than Deontay Wilder, as well as just as powerful. You know what I'm saying? And he dropped him in the third round. You know what I'm saying? He dropped Tyson Fury in the third round. He for me, look like he's getting better. The exchanges. Don't get me wrong. Tyson was doing little jabs here and there, but he kind of pretty much outboxed Tyson Fury. So I feel that it's just all politics, man. It's sad, and I mean I'm happy for him because he felt in good spirits. He knew he lost, he knew he won, but he said whatever, I know I won, and he got this big payday. He set out a goal, he did it, and technically, if he really wanted to fight some other heavyweights at this point in the game, I think he could be the champ in boxing. He proved that. People thought he was going to be like the other guys who fought like Jake Paul and them who really didn't have like decent hands, who can't really box. Like no, he showed he could box with the best of them. And I'm really proud of him, and I'm really excited that he was able to do that and get paid. He bet on himself, man, and that's the one thing I really want to give him his credit for. Like, if you know his story, if you don't know his story, you should go look it up. how he, like, had to, leave Cameroon to provide a better life for his family, and pretty much had to, like, cross the border and do a lot of weird and controversial things just to get to Paris, to be homeless, not have anywhere to live, to be, found on the gym, fined by a guy that brought him into the gym studying boxing, then end up transitions to MMA to get a quicker start. So shout out to him for that, man. He really came a long way. You know what I'm saying? UFC tried to do him dirty, still stall him out. They want to give him the opportunities that others had, and I don't want to get into that too. But he really went out there and proved the world that, he is like the baddest man on the planet. You know what I'm saying? In regards to being that type of dude. Now, he ain't fight John Jones yet. I like John Jones too, but I don't think the outcome would have been the same for John in a boxing match, per se, with Tyson Fury. You know what I'm saying? In MMA, John Jones all day. But boxing, I don't know yet. But with Francis, and pull up what he did, very much proud of him, and proud of the fact that he was able to represent the MMA side of the game, that well. So that's just my take on it. I know they're gonna have some other people have their feelings on it. I was talking to my cousins and them who part of the podcast, and we all kind of had the same sentiments. But it's good to see. You know what I'm saying? The sport is still gonna be alive. I'm hoping that with this, he'll be able to set himself up the way he wanted to. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Anyway, you guys have a good day. Take care. God bless.